Hey, y'all. We're going to get us a reading for the sign of Leo. As you know, I've already began my pre-shuffle before I press the record button. Wait a minute. So, I'm going to cut the deck. Shuffle this deck. And we're going to get into it with the main energy for the sign of Leo. Alright. Leo. Bottom of this deck, we have forgiveness. And the bottom of this deck, we have confession. So somebody may have a confession or something like that that they want to give. This confession may come from a certain, it's something about an aspect or a certain positioning due to the way that somebody was taught or something that somebody learned. And with this forgiveness is due to having a different perspective or something like that, gaining a new perspective about a situation. Okay. First card out, we have fall in the reverse. So this may have something to do with something that took place around last fall. Somebody was supposed to be sensible or supposed to be patient. I'm hearing something about time running out. You have third party in the reverse. So it's given a third party is no longer involved in a situation or something like that. This may be some type of fated event or something like that. It's given with those life cycles and with this public eye, something may have taken place in the public eye, or may have been some type of breakup or something in the public eye. This public eye speaks of some type of influence, somebody having some type of influence. That's too many. You got clean. You have power and control in the reverse, money in the reverse. So with this power and control in the reverse, it's a number 4. So it speaks of an empress, emperor in the reverse. Hell, it may be an empress, barely, you know. But somebody didn't have power and control in a situation when it came to some type of money dynamic, or it's something again where it's like somebody was more so operating within their own guidelines. You have clean when it comes to the truth of a situation or the scales being balanced out. What is this? You have a cult energy. So with this cult energy that speaks of, you know, people grouping together due to them having some type of related beliefs, or you know what I mean? It's something with, I'm hearing like something with a vibe check or something. And you have spring. So something currently happening, a tower. What is this fall in the reverse about? You got a different way of viewing things. So somebody may have gained some type of different way of viewing things around last fall. It may have been some type of sudden awareness, or things change suddenly, which may have caused for this different viewpoint to take place. What's this viewing? You got trust issues and envy came out sideways. So somebody may be releasing or letting go of some type of trust issues when it came to a situation around fall. You got envy in the reverse. So it's like somebody let go of some type of envious ways, or them wanting to see something take place a certain type of way. This may have been some type of toxic energy or some type of demonic ties that somebody had. What is this? You got past. Right? In divine inheritance. So it's some type of past energy that somebody let go of, right? With this divine inheritance, this is going to speak of somebody's influence, like their natural leadership position, them being courageous, them being brave, showing strength, leadership skills or something like that. Yeah, you got street smarts in the reverse. So somebody is not very, like, street savvy is what it's giving me. When it comes to these portals in the reverse, somebody might not know how to operate around the spiritual streets or something like that. With these portals in the reverse, again, this is going to speak of life cycles and different things like that. It's something about something not being open to a person when it comes to this releasing energy. Again, a balancing out, confirmation, releasing confirmation. So somebody is not letting go of some type of confirmation that they have, which has been illuminated to them. It's some type of all is well energy, fulfillment, happiness. Yeah, they ain't letting that go. What's this third party? You got going down. So it's a third party energy that may be going down or something like that when it comes to this different way of viewing things. You have some type of promiscuous energy or some type of sleep around energy. Somebody being caught in some type of demonic type ways where, again, it's creating trust issues with the way that they're being viewed. You got North Node energy. So somebody is not envious and stepped into their North Node. Or you stepped into your North Node again and released some type of envy or something like that. It's something about you following good omens or somebody following good omens. Like being enlightened about a situation. And you got coming into balance in the reverse. So it's giving me this is something that somebody is progressing and doing newly now. Because in the past, with that coming into balance in the reverse is giving that something would not quite balance out for a person. Give me one at a time, Spirit. It wasn't quite balanced out. Somebody felt as if they was getting some type of bad karma or something like that in the past. You got high rank in the reverse, not listening. Taurus in the reverse. So it's something about a Taurus being in the reverse when it comes to this divine inheritance. This may also deal with your second house energy, which speaks of your possessions. You know, the different things that you own, what belongs to you. I'm hearing something about what you were born with. So also with this divine inheritance, this is going to speak of one's gifts. Some type of sacred energy. And with this listening in the reverse, somebody was not listening when it comes to them not being a certain type of way or them not being street smart. Yeah, it's really giving some type of unfair energy again with high rank in the reverse. Somebody ain't high enough in their rank to more so maneuver the way that they thought they was going to be able to maneuver. These portals ain't opening them. They don't have the enlightenment. Look, you got sabotage with this releasing. So somebody may have sabotaged themselves or something like that when it came to letting something go. You got easily influenced in the reverse with this confirmation. But again, somebody is not easily influenced at all when it comes to this enlightenment that they have. With this foe in the reverse and is easily influenced in the reverse again. Like somebody more so do what it is that they want to do. You have some type of public eye dumpster energy coming to completion. Again, like something is going down. Something is it comes to wholeness. It's fulfillment. And somebody got a different way of viewing things. Damn. Hey, you got book smart in the reverse shit when it comes to somebody influence. Somebody really just doing whatever it is that they want to do with this dumpster influence is really giving again. This lower influence. They move by their lower chakras. Somebody's just be out here just hoeing and then got trust issues about it. Or hoeing and then, you know what I mean? It's like somebody really don't even trust themselves, which is why they don't trust other people. And they really care about this North Node energy. They really care about this level up. They really care about, it's something about these scales being balanced out. What is this? Look, stop and think for a moment when it comes to this ego. Somebody needs to release their goddamn ego and stop tripping. Things ain't coming into balance because they ain't pausing for a moment. With this past energy again, their ego about what they don't have. with this shit balancing out. You got acceptance, which came out sideways. I died shit. Drop that by accident. What's this ego energy? You got rebirth came out sideways. Somebody not listening. They're not listening with this hermit mode, this going internal, this isolation. Look, horror in the reverse when it comes to this high rank in the reverse. So somebody ain't even high rank when it comes to their horror activities. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell? Somebody ain't got no influence, no persuasive abilities, no nothing. Look, 10 toes down and sabotage. Fucking theyself up with this chariot energy. Somebody lacks some type of direction. They don't know how to control the situation. What's this 10 toes down? 10 toes down and what? You got keeping things to yourself in this Aquarius. So somebody might be keeping something from an Aquarius, or it's Aquarius that's keeping things to themselves. They ain't being easily influenced. Or again, Aquarius deal with 11th house energy. That's your friends, your hopes, your wishes, different things like that. You know? Touching base on the desired outcome. Somebody know exactly what it is that they looking for. And with this power and control in the reverse shit, they ain't trying to control nothing. They ain't trying to have no power. They simply just keeping it to themselves. So it might even be a question. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say it. You got family in the reverse. With this book smart in the reverse. Somebody wasn't knowledgeable enough to take certain actions or something like that they did. And what I was going to say is this Aquarius, whoever this is, you know, in that air sign energy and this dumpster energy, and they just choosing, you know, to more so keep things to themselves. Because again, there's something about them not wanting to admit that they getting karma or something. Right, confirmation, spiritual business. It was some type of hidden spiritual business that somebody had going on. Somebody may have contacted somebody to do some type of work or something like that on the spiritual aspect. When it comes to this North Node energy. Look, entity attachment removed. Somebody may have contacted another person to remove an entity attachment or something like that. To say stop and think for a moment. With this things coming into balance in the reverse, yeah. Somebody contacted somebody to do something for them. Try to reset their energy. Look, you got lustful. Somebody may have been acting in some type of lustful. They had some type of lust demon, incubus, succubus energy attached to them. Them being in their ego, which was draining their possessions or something like that when it came to their divine inheritance. What's this lustful energy? You got blame and demonic influence. So somebody is blaming this demonic influence for their position in life. Again, with that lustful energy, that incubus, succubus. Look, rebirth. Demonic influence, rebirth. Somebody not listening because they ain't smart enough for it. Or they don't know what it is that they dealing with. Blaming somebody that's not a whore for their low rank. It's really giving somebody was trying to give something to get some, use what they had in order to get what they wanted. And shit they didn't have much. Look, with this death energy came out sideways. Somebody standing 10 toes down in some type of endings. Some type of metamorphosis or something like that that's taking place. On the come up in the reverse when it comes to this Aquarius. It's more, they on the go down is what the fuck they on. Again, due to some type of unjust energy. Somebody's money is in the reverse. They're not able to manifest. You got a divine masculine in the reverse with this keeping things to themselves. So it's a masculine energy. We're going to take the divine off of it off top because somebody getting karma and you have a Leo. That's not family. So also this Leo energy could be dealing with 5th house energy. It's going to speak of what somebody is creating and different things like that. With the family in the reverse, somebody is not creating a family with somebody or something like that. They may view this as a bad decision when it comes to spiritual business or a horrible choice to make, and they care about their North Node energy or something like that. What's this bad decision about? You have this honesty and warning signs. So somebody receives some type of warning signs or something like that with this entity attachment being removed from them. It's given that they able to fully process a situation or fully able to tap in on a different level or something like that. And it's something with some type of life cycles, or again, some type of unpredicted events where somebody was able to sense some type of dishonest energy when it comes to this lustful energy. Somebody was operating in their ego. What's this dishonesty about? You got a Virgo, which was some type of demonic influence or something like that. Or again, this Virgo energy, it's going to deal with 6th house energy. So it could be, the house of somebody's work, their health. Yeah, this demonic influence may have been causing some type of health concerns for somebody because they may have been playing in another person's energy or something like that with this blame. Playing in your energy and blaming you. A dishonest Virgo. This is magician energy with this playing in your energy. So it speaks of somebody trying to manifest something, using access to the different things that they had. What's this playing in your energy? You got minds, yeah, when it comes to this death. It's some type of ownership or something like that. It seems like somebody wanted, like, feeling like something belongs to them when it comes to some type of ending. So they wanted to put an end to something because they felt like you had something that they want, or somebody had something that was theirs. What's this mind's energy? You got don't know no better in the reverse. So they do know better. They did know this shit. That's why they on the go down. Because they knew it. And again, they wasn't easily influenced, but it's something that they went ahead with and did. Come on. That's too much. Got sudden change in the reverse. High vibrational in the reverse, but again, it was in the reverse, so it didn't suddenly change. So what is this that they know about? What's this clean energy? Clean what? You got surrender when it comes to this masculine energy. So again, some type of releasing, somebody being open to something, open to a new perspective, somebody submitting or giving in to something. What is this surrendering about? You got a role model in the reverse when it comes to this Leo. So somebody was not a role model. Somebody was not abundant. They actually was pretty insecure, quite codependent. What's this role model in the reverse? You got spiritual communication when it came to this bad influence, or what was it? Yeah, bad decision. So somebody received that something was a bad decision via some type of spiritual communication. It may have been some type of dream, some type of premonition or something like that. Hell, even a thought, just all of a sudden, you know what I mean, came to you, or something that somebody was toxic or something was toxic. What is this spiritual communication? You got temptation and process in the reverse. So it gives me the temptation or whatever it was, hidden temptation, hidden actions that somebody was trying to tempt another person with some type of warning signs. And with this process in the reverse, like somebody didn't trust it. They didn't take the steps that they needed to take. Because again, it was something with them being able to see the dishonesty and this lustful energy. What's this process in the reverse? Something didn't go accordingly. What is this? You got choices in the reverse and same belief system sideways. So with this Virgo energy and these choices in the reverse, somebody didn't make the choices, given that they made a bad decision again when it comes to this demonic influence. Somebody just taking a risk, being spontaneous, because it's given a feel like they may have presented themselves like they had the same belief system as you, or something like somebody felt like they had some type of information that another person, you know, could resonate with or something like that. But again, they was playing in your energy, or somebody was playing in another person's energy so that they could blame them. It's something with an X, because that was an X. It said X. Lesson learned in the reverse when it comes to this mind's energy, or something with somebody being possessive. They still not learning a lesson, or didn't learn a lesson. It's some type of unfair or unjust actions or something like that. It's really giving somebody creating their own right to operate in, is what I'm hearing. What is this? You got scared. So somebody did know better and now they're scared or they're fearful or something like that. Because with this group of people or whoever it is, with this cult energy, somebody has to make a confession or they got to be honest with this surrender and open up to. What is this confession about? Confess what? You got romantic in the reverse, that they wasn't romantic or they didn't feel as loving energy or didn't feel a certain type of way towards somebody. You know? I'm hearing something about somebody never really giving a fuck type energy with this role model in the reverse. It's like they didn't care to be a role model. They didn't care. Look, working together in the reverse, didn't care to work together in the reverse, awareness in the reverse. When it comes to the spiritual communication, somebody was unaware of something being a bad choice. And with this working together in the reverse again, this temptation, like it was something about the warning signs. Somebody didn't want to work with another person. It was tempting. But again, they was warned not to. Divine intervention. Oh, but God. When it comes to this illumination, this being okay, this joy, fulfillment, happiness, all is well. Yes. Process in the reverse, dishonesty. Yeah, no. It speaks of somebody using a discernment when nobody playing with that shit. Fairness in the reverse. Something was unfair when it came to these choices. And this Virgo. It's giving somebody trying to force their way or something like that. You got Anubis in the reverse. Look, with the same beliefs. It's not the same beliefs. Somebody don't have some type of beliefs that stem from Egyptian culture or ancient Kemet or something like that. With this Anubis in the reverse, it really gives that somebody had a heavy heart or something like that that was playing. And you have a tip with this not learning a lesson. It's giving them adding something extra. Or again, it's something, adding something extra. What's this tip about? You got a high priest, addictions, heart chakra activation. So someone may have contacted a high priest or something like that, a masculine that do spell work to try to bring forth some type of karma, some type of, they won't take some type of action towards somebody's heart chakra activation by influencing some type of toxic addictions or something like that, or some type of destructive behaviors. That's why somebody's scared, because they tipped this high priest. They gave this high priest something. And around spring with this heart chakra activation, it's given that they want to make a confession or something like that, or surrender the situation. That they was addicted to some type of destructive behaviors. Again, that's why it wasn't no romantic involvement. You have a hospital visit when it comes to this unawareness. So somebody may have overdosed on something. Somebody might do security at a hospital or something like that. It's something with some type of unawareness in the hospital visit. Because again, somebody was receiving some type of spiritual communication that they was taking bad steps or was some type of bad advice, bad decisions, bad choices that they was making when it came to this spiritual business. But they was comfortable with not working with another person or something like that. When it comes to this temptation, it's really giving that the reward seemed to be great. What is this comfortable? You got serious, which came out sideways. When it came out over here on this confirmation, somebody not really serious. Can't be serious. When it comes to this perspective. Look, all is well. What I say? They serious. Everything is okay when it comes to this unfair action. Look. And these bad choices. You got a spiritual contract with Anubis in the reverse in the same belief energy. How that heart being? It's something with some type of commitment, some type of lover's dynamic or something like that. Spiritual contract, some type of conflict and battle that somebody received a tip about. Somebody jealous. They jealous. Someone high vibrational. Conflict and battle when it comes to this influence. Their vibration was too high and it was creating conflict for this high priest or whoever it was to produce this projecting or whatever type of energy it was that they was trying to send to somebody. Is giving that it might touch but it don't stick. And it was some type of jealousy or something like that when it came to the ending of somebody's work due to them having some type of repetitive behaviors or something like that. Like they continuously did something. So, yeah, it's giving that they jealous. I don't know if they jealous. Well, jealous of you, baby. I ain't even gonna say I don't know if they jealous for, you know. Clearly got to be something. But, yeah, okay. It's giving that they sabotage themselves on. Whatever demonic influence or whatever it was that this Virgo had going on when it came to these choices or somebody making it seem like they didn't have their hands in some shit that they had their hands in, you know, it's giving more power to them. Because you came out protected. And shit, that just is what it is, you know. All the rest of this shit really don't even matter. They stuck. So, that was your read, Leo.